never said our love was evergreen, always unchanging as the sea. Elsa, do you wanna build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play.
In just literally under 2 days is an incredible feat alone. This year we'll be playing The Silent Prince, which is a full production opera by Ajahn Somthao Sutrit Kun, who's a national artist and one of the most prominent figures in Thailand's classical and operatic music. The Silent Prince is the first of a 10 series of opera production about the life of the Buddha, which altogether, the 10-part series, is the largest integrated work of classical music in the world. Performed this year will be Siam Sinfonietta, which is an award-winning orchestra band who's played at the top global venues, including the Carnegie Hall in New York, in Vienna, and many, many more. Performing tonight will be 7 internationally acclaimed opera stars who has flown in from all over the world, from as far as Australia, just for tonight. The whole point of this event is for us to bring incredible, unique experiences to the island of Koh Chang. The island of Koh Chang, as you may know, is lesser well known compared to the biggest islands like Phuket and Samui. And by bringing these sort of world-class events, we hope to elevate the image of the island onto the world stage. So this is a non-profit event, and we hope that you guys will enjoy and make the most of tonight, which is probably the first and only time ever that opera will be played at Koh Chang. So without further ado, I'll be inviting Ajahn Somthao to tell you more about the production tonight.
Good evening. I just wanted to say a few words so that I can get out of your way and that he's going to enjoy the music. The Silent Prince was composed for an opera company in Houston. They contacted me and they said, we've received a grant from the Indian American Society and you can write any opera you want as long as it is set in India. And I said Indian American, not American Indian Society, just make sure that. So I was thinking about stories that are set in India that are also relevant to people in Thailand. And I came across the first of the 10 final Jatakas, the Dasyati, which tell the story of the last 10 incarnations of the Buddha before he became the Buddha. The first story is called Temia, the Silent Prince. And this is the story that I set to music. It's the story of a young prince who is actually the Bodhisattva. He has come down from heaven to explore the nature of human suffering. And he has a wonderful, happy childhood. But when he becomes of age, when he becomes a man, his father says to him, I'm going to give you an incredible birthday present. He said, I'm going to let you feel what it's like to be a king. And they drag in this criminal, a terrible serial killer, and the king says, okay, to feel what it's like to be a king, order this criminal executed, and then you'll understand what it is to be a king. Now, unfortunately, Prince Temia is on a karmic journey towards Buddhahood, and he can't kill anybody. At the same time, it's a violation of the Dharma for him to disobey his father. So he's stuck. What am I going to do? I can't kill him, but I can't not kill him. And so he decides to deal with this problem by never speaking again. And so his parents are at their wits' end. They don't know what to do with this boy who just won't speak. Because the minute he speaks, he has to answer the question. And they do all sorts of things. You'll see in the opera. First, they bring him gifts, They they shower him with beautiful dancing girls who try to wake him out of his meditation. They even make him king for a day, and nothing works. So finally, the king just has had enough, and he says, "Okay, off with his head." And his wife says, "But this is your son," and he's all, "Well, you can have another one." so the charioteer, the faithful charioteer, Sunanda, takes the boy into the forest, and he's about to bury him. And then he hears this voice, and the silent prince finally speaks. And the reason he speaks is because he has to prevent Sunanda from killing him, because that would be very bad for Sunanda's karma. So in order to save Sunanda, he violates his own promise to himself, never to speak again. So that's basically the story of this opera. And what you'll see is that I found it a great challenge, because I found this story very challenging, because how do you write an opera, which is where people sing, where the main character doesn't sing a note until the last 5 minutes of the opera? And in order to make the moment that he sings really amazing, I had to pick a voice that you don't normally find in operas. And so I wrote the part of Prince Demia from male soprano. So this is like, it's a bit of a surprise, but it's okay, I spoiled it. And I became very immersed in the stories of the Jatakas. And I started setting other tales to music in different ways. And it was during the middle of the third one that I was setting to music that I thought, well, I might as well do all 10 of them. And of course, if I succeeded in doing all 10 Jatakas as 10 music dramas, it would be the longest operatic work ever written. In fact, beating Richard Wagner by 6 operas. Of course, it doesn't really beat it, because, see, each of the operas in Wagner's Ring Cycle is 4 or 5 hours long. But I live in the 21st century, and the audience today doesn't have the kind of attention span that they did in 19th century Germany. So I actually have crammed all 10 stories into the same amount of time as the one story of Wagner's four opera series. So, but each one is different. Some are for huge orchestras, and this one is scored for a very small ensemble, which is why we're able to bring the whole thing. The orchestra, the dancers, the singers, we're able to bring the whole thing and set it up before you like this. So I just wanted to say it's really, really exciting to be the first opera ever played in the islands in Thailand. And I hope that we'll be doing this more often. And I won't say any more, but I just want to invite the best interpreter of my work, the young conductor who was once called one of the 10 most important conductors under 30 to watch in the world by an Italian newspaper. Now he is, of course, no longer over 30, under 30. I mean, he is over 30 now. You can still watch him though. He's still. I would like to introduce you, the brilliant conductor, Trisina Patalum, to conduct this production of The Silent Prince. Thank you so much. Oh, I do have one more, sorry. Normally when we have operas, we tell people not to take videos and so on and so forth. But since this is such a rare occasion, I think that if you're very discreet and don't disturb other guests, you can do a few things like that. Don't use any flash or clicking things or get in other people's faces. But if you're discreet, you can do that if you like. Okay. So now I'd like to introduce Kun Trisina Patalum to conduct The Silent Prince. Thank you. Thank